All right, you guys, welcome in. Welcome to the weekend. How are you? Let's start off with Leo today. We are going to look at what you don't see coming. Lots going on astrologically. So, just a couple of announcements before I kick this off. As you know, at the end of this reading of all the 12 zodiac signs, I will read for everybody watching. So, keep that in mind. The second thing is if you want to learn how to read tarot from me, you can grab my tarot class down in the description box. I am adding a whole bunch of new content in August and September. So for those of you who've already bought the tarot class, you'll get the new stuff. And I'll be adding some new things. So if you have some ideas about some things you want to learn about, drop a comment and I will consider adding that content. Or if it's already in there, I'll let you know. Okay. So there's that. You can check out that link and go over to the website and see what's in the tarot class. I take you from the foundation all the way to making readings on YouTube. So, okay, super loud. We're off to a roaring start. I had to stop the video to go turn off to go shut the door. All of a sudden, it got super loud outside. Okay, so that's the second thing. And then in the fall, in October, we're going to be launching my comprehensive astrology class and how you can use what's going on in the sky to your benefit. Empowered creators. All right, so we're going to be launching that, and I'll tell you more about that after Mercury goes direct. I know, seriously. All right, so let's start with Leo right now. We're in Leo time. This reading is going to encompass Lionsgate. All right, which is August 8th. That's the peak of that energy. It is a spiritual portal. It's every single year I feel like my consciousness gets a tweak of some kind. So let's see what the readings say. And this is what you don't see coming. So let's start right now. All right, Leo, darling, let's look at you. Air. Okay, so could be dealing with an air sign or could be up in your head about something, Leo. We do have a grand air trine happening in the month of August, meaning all of the air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius are going to be activated by a trine, which is a triangle. And that means they flow well together. So Leo, you may have some kind of interesting new opportunity coming to Leo. Let's see oh yeah, look at that. 10 of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. I will definitely take all that. Here you are. It's Knight of Swords. It's called Son of Swords in this deck. This is the Ember and Aura deck, and I do believe it's out of print right now. The Knight of Swords, the Six of Cups, Seven of Cups. I feel like you're trying to move forward on something, but you're getting delayed by not really confusion, but just sort of like, I'm not really sure what I should be doing right now, but I need to move forward. I hate being stuck. I feel terrible being stuck. So there's something like that going on, but this beautiful opportunity is coming in, by next week or something like that. Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. I love it. Here is the Empress, the Devil card. Wow. The Page of Swords and the Five of Cups. So you are going away from an existing situation. I almost feel like this is a little bit of a trauma bond. And what I mean by that is I feel like you're dealing with somebody who does this go away, come here, kind of hot and cold behavior. I feel like you're dealing with somebody like that. And it can be really hard to leave that because it's known, this person's basically training your brain to intermittently expect some love from this person. And so they can treat you really bad for a while. And you're like, well, at some point it's going to get better. At some point it's going to get better. So you might stick around. And, Mercury's in retrograde in your sign right now, Leo. So I feel like a message comes in that kind of like wakes you up from this slumber and even wakes up your rage. That's good. Rage is a tool for change. Mars is in Virgo right now. If you've got a lot of stuff in Virgo, a lot of planets in Virgo, Leo, then you might be very furious about this whole situation at first. Like there's some news coming in, some information coming in. You might feel angry about it, might be activating your anger, but really it's your ticket out of here. It's your ticket out of a bad situation and going towards something really amazing. Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, 10 of Pentacles. So this could be in a job situation. All right. This could be in a job situation that you feel, excuse me, that you feel, some of you feel like, you know, you're in this job and they talk about like how we're a family and all that kind of stuff. And then they just do something that really is like, oh, really? For example, I worked at a TV station. This is a long time ago. And you'll know that by the story that we used to get bonuses every year. And then one year, I was only working there 3 years. So I had a bonus for first and second year. And the third year, we're standing there waiting for our bonuses. Everybody had planned buying Christmas presents and stuff like that around the bonus. And they gave us a coupon for a free turkey. I mean, and the bonuses were like $1,500 or $2,000. And they stopped and everyone was like, oh, wow, what? And the guy behind me was like, not a bonus. I think you mean bone us. And there was just this rage, this anger. A lot of people left after that. And it became normal, right? And then there's no more bonuses for the rest of time in Memorial. There's no more bonuses. But there was something about the everybody leaving and going in different directions. It was a really good idea for them. They all got promotions. They all went to bigger stations. They were staying there for this like kind of not, I mean, you know, $1,500, $2,000 was much bigger in those days. That was like early 2000s, so 25 years ago, or even previous to that. And like you shouldn't harm yourself to stick around for something that isn't really promised to you and isn't really, you know, part of that seems like pretty small potatoes. To stop and not go in your career, to stop yourself. But people were doing that. They were stopping themselves. And so they were like, out. So people flew the coop like crazy. So I feel like this is something about you, something going on with you, Leo, that someone is going to disappoint you or is going to come through that something didn't come through. And yeah, that's going to make you mad and upset, but it's going to free you. Okay. It's going to free you up for the future. That is good. Okay, so that's it for Leo. Just know that Lionsgate, it is in your time that we are experiencing the spiritual gateway. Just know that also Mercury is in retrograde in Leo. So this could be like, could feel a little bit like a personal attack, or somebody is coming out with something that really changes the direction of where you're going. And I feel like it's, at first you might be mad about this, but in the long run, it's a good thing for you. Okay. Even though they didn't plan it like that, they didn't plan it to be a good thing for you. It is a good thing for you. Okay. Virgo. Psychic. What? Virgo. What is going on? We have a new moon in your sign of Virgo. Not just one, but two. If you get my newsletter, you can check out what I wrote about it. There's a new moon in Virgo, August 22nd, and then again, September 21st. And the one in September is an eclipse. So new moons in Virgo are really all about making something tangible, starting something that is going to be tangible. And I just feel that because the degrees of the new moons, 0 degrees in August, double zeros, Virgo new moon. August 22nd, and then 29 degrees at the very end of Virgo. Both of those degrees are super powerful. So I feel like you should get ready. And if you're psychic, or if you're opening up to some kind of psychic gift right now in the Lionsgate time period, That's going to be the new trajectory of your life if you are opening up some kind of gift. Yep, here's Judgment. Oh, yeah. Crossroad. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. The Tower card. You're showing up as the Tower, Virgo. Wow. 7 of Pentacles. Holy cow. The Devil card. This is blowing apart a long time structure that you have built that was based on a lie or based on something that is not you, is not for you. So someone told you a story a long time ago that you were not psychic, or that you were, this is your aptitude, this is your capability, and you should go down this road in terms of your career. And it turns out maybe you weren't that good at that stuff. And it was just like, well, it was just something I told him. And, it turns out he really ran with it. And so Virgo, I feel like you've been holding on. There's the lie, 7 of Swords. You've been holding on to something that was oppressive to you because a parent told you that you were good at it, or that you were going to make a lot of money at it, or you were going to inherit the family business or something like that. Okay. Wheel of Fortune, and the outcome is the Ace of Cups. So this is a brand new start. Wow. Virgo, this is a brand new start. And I feel like these 2 new moons are going to be instrumental in this transformation. Sudden transformation. I'm blowing apart something that I built that actually it wasn't that good. I didn't like it that much. Yeah, I spent, 30 years of my career doing this job that I hated. When my mother was passing away, she was like, I didn't really like that house that, you two grew up in, me and my brother. And I was like, I didn't like it either. And my brother's like, yeah, I hated that house. And she said, well, your father didn't like it either. So the 4 of us lived in that house. I was there for 18 years. My brother was there for 12 years or 10 years or something like that, because he was a lot older than I. My parents didn't even like it. And then when it went away, my mother was devastated when she sold that house. And I was like, why? You didn't even like it. But it was like where all her memories were. Still have the memories. So this says to me something similar, that you spent a lot of time building something that was on a faulty foundation. And it became awful, a really oppressive. And so now what you don't see coming, Wheel of Fortune, big change, and then the Ace of Cups. You could be psychically kind of aware of this. All right. You could be aware of this. Some of you are blowing up a marriage. Some of you are blowing up a career. All right. So the Ace of Cups, Knight of Swords. Woo! Look at that. The Sun card. I love that card. The 5 of Cups and the Page of Swords. Why didn't I do this earlier? I feel like you're just going to feel that way. Like, why did I wait all this time? Some kind of lie gets revealed to you, or some oppressive thing that it's sudden, just like those bonuses were in that story about, I built my whole career on staying in this place because you were giving me bonuses and everything like that. And then one year you just didn't. This is a sudden awareness that I built my whole career on some kind of lie, or this marriage on some kind of lie. And it's not that they lied to you about who they are, or their name, or their age, or anything like that. It's much more core to the idea of why I went down this road in the first place. I have a friend. So you're gonna blow this up. I have a friend who got married because his father told him that she's the right one for you. And I've had friends that have done the opposite and regretted not marrying the person. My friend was told by his father that he should marry her, and he did. And I was like, did he think she was the one for you? And he said, no, my father thought it would be a good financial move. And it turns out it was, but we don't have a happy marriage. And it's like, well, why you get married in the first place. It's a good thing to know. Why am I marrying this person? It's a good thing to know, especially for Virgo. All right. So Libra, what is going on for you? Earth energy. Earth energy. What is happening? Oof. Earth energy. Something about starting down a new road or building something up from its foundations. Something about that, Libra. Starting fresh, starting from a fresh canvas or something like that is going to yield some good stuff. Two of Wands. Oopsie. The Eight of Swords. Eight of Cups. Oh, wow. Look at that. Two of Swords. Libra. Look at the Devil card here too. Queen of Wands, King of Swords, Ten of Cups. So that's Aquarian mood. We have a full moon in Aquarius. It's almost, look at that. This is like the full moon. There's the full moon in Aquarius right there. So you're breaking through some old mindsets, some old stories that you were told, walking away from an old situation. This is the opportunity to have a conversation and say, this is not okay for me anymore. So I see Aquarius and Capricorn here. You're the Queen of Wands, my darling. And this is a decision you're making. I feel like the person who is this King of Swords energy or the Devil card here wants to keep hold of you. And it's just like, it's not a good enough reason. There's money tied up in this somehow. But your outcome is the Ten of Cups. Like you walk toward the banquet. This person's been breadcrumbing you, right? It doesn't have to be a dating situation or anything like that. This person's been giving you the bare minimum of what you deserve. Magician, Four of Wands, Death card. Wow. And the Three of Cups. So I feel like you're celebrating the end of this connection. You're celebrating. And at the end of the Mercury retrograde, so that happens, we have the full moon in Aquarius on the 9th of August, and then the 11th of August, Mercury goes direct. So after that, you're going to see the real, you could have a throwdown with this person, but I feel like you choose to just move on from them, right? Like you leave the person sleeping and you kind of just get up and go away. Like I'm not going to even, I don't really need to have this conversation with you. I've decided with myself, I'm just moving on. And like, it's almost like a living well is the best revenge because you are going to be moving on in a much better way. Look at that. You're manifesting some kind of move, there's the full moon again. In the full moon in Aquarius, might be a good time if you're wanting to physically move, you should, manifest this on the full moon, which usually we think about new moons when we're talking about manifesting, but something in Scorpio time may materialize. 3 months, September, October, November. So 3 months from the end of this reading, there's some kind of move that materializes. So it could be November of this year. Okay. Something like that. Like you move away. November of this year. Wow. That is for Libra. And that's an 11 card. That's your Justice card too. So there's something about money. The Earth card here, I'll give you my little thought process here. The Earth card is an 11 card. And 11 in the tarot is the Justice card, which is you, Libra. So there's something about justice is done as it relates to money. All right, so just know that that's coming. Libra, what about Scorpio? Scorpio coming next, right? Yeah. Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio. I don't know why I'm having a problem with that. Okay, past life. What's going on, Scorpio? Past life. The last couple readings, I got to tell you, have been a little bit wobbly. I haven't done your... Yes, I did. I did your August reading. Yes, I did. So you can go check that out. I can't think of it off the top of my head. I'm sure a lot of you who do tarot, especially as much tarot as I do, you probably know that you don't hold in your head all of the readings. So I'm sorry. All right, Scorpio, let's see what's going on for you. Page of Pentacles. I get the Ace of Cups down here, so that's not insignificant. There's something about learning from a past life love right now, or a past life lesson in love is coming up right now. Eight of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. Moving fast toward commitment. You got 3 aces here. I'm gonna take this. Oh, wow. 4 aces. Ace of Swords. So all 4 aces in 6 cards. That's incredible. So this is a brand new beginning with somebody. I feel like you're moving a little too fast here, though. Knight of Pentacles. That's the slowest card in the deck. That's funny. Page of Wands, the 9 of Pentacles, and the 7 of Cups. There's a lot of opportunity here. This is a past life person, and you're moving a little too fast here. You're going to need to slow it down. This is Virgo energy for your health and well-being. There's a lot of stuff you don't know. And I mean a lot of stuff you don't know. Because all of these aces in tarot, like I said, if you want to learn tarot from me, there's a link below. All these aces are just potential. They're not unrealized potential. They just haven't even shown up yet. So, you have potential here for honesty, a potential here for love, a potential here for inspiration, a potential here for tangible progress in your life. But it's just an opportunity. It's just potential. So I feel like this person's single. This person feels very, I like this card. This is Virgo, right? This is somebody who's very trustworthy, but they're a knight. They're not a king. And then guess what? Here's the king, and here's the Queen of Cups, which is you. So I'm feeling like this person you might have known as a kid, as a young person, or this person is younger than you, or this person is somebody who's still a knight. They're still learning. They're not a king. But I feel like you see this person as a king. And that might have always been your blind side, because this is past life lesson here. So Scorpio, you may always see the potential of people, and maybe you don't pay attention to who they actually are. This is not a bad person, though, to be endowing with a lot of things that they don't have. But I still feel like it's a lot of smoke and mirrors right now. And that might be a blind spot for you, that you fantasize about what could be and don't look at what is. So Knight of Pentacles, talk to me about who this is. 2 of Wands. Oof. Capricorn energy. Ugh. 10 of Swords. And there's the Knight of Wands. You're seeing someone as a Knight of Pentacles, and you might be rushing them down the aisle because you feel like they're very trustworthy. This person has made a decision in their life to drag their feet because they're manipulating you. So you might be trying to rush them because you see a lot of potential here for them to be King of Pentacles. And that's Taurus energy. But this person is actually a Knight of Wands, which is somebody who has you're thinking that they're dragging their feet because they have a lot of money. They have that they're amazing potential. And so they're dragging their feet. And I'm here to say to you, they're dragging their feet because they don't want commitment. They're bad at commitment. And this would not be a good thing. So if I were you, I would tap the brakes on this one a little bit. What's the advice for Scorpio? 5 of Pentacles. Oh yeah, 9 of Wands, 5 of Wands, Knight of Cups. Okay, no. Okay, no. You are definitely, this person may seem like they have a lot of potential. There's a lot of debt here. There's a lot of cycles of debt or problems in their life around money and around fighting, or fighting over money. Maybe they're fighting over money in their family if they are like part of a family business, or you think that they have a lot more money because of their name or something like that. Scorpio, don't be fooled. This is a past life person. Okay, you need to look a lot more deeply at this before you go running down the aisle. Please. All right, Sag. Release. Catch and release program. Okay, what is going on for my Saggies? Sagittarius. All these readings are Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What is going on for my Sag? All right. Come on, Sag. I'm going to keep this over here. Release. Letting go. Moving on. Two of Swords. Two of Cups. Here you are. Situation. Four of Wands. Page of Cups. That's the opportunity. It's kind of light on love here. Woo! Knight of Swords. The Star. That's Aquarius energy. The Page of Wands. And the outcome is the Three of Pentacles. This is a person. Okay, so some of you are... Okay, I just feel like some of you are in some kind of child dispute. I don't know. Childhood, no. You're in some kind of lens. You're looking at a situation from a child perspective or about children. Maybe you're wanting children and this is like, this is it, this is it, this is it, this is the person. I feel like this person is a child. Ultimately. And I feel like you're going to move for this person. Two of Cups and the Four of Wands. There's love there, initial. That's like puppy love. That's like the beginning stages of love. And this Page of Cups, this person might have apologized to you for something, or they're offering you such a small, it's like, it's not breadcrumbing, but damn, it's close. Okay. This Knight of Swords. So what is that? This Knight of Swords is about fast movement or about getting mad and then cutting somebody off. So there was an apology and now we're healing. There's a healing of this relationship. I feel like you have something to do with this person. You do have something to do with them. You're not wrong about that. The Temperance card. Archangel Michael is here. The Judgment card. Wow. The World card and the Eight of Cups. So Archangel Michael is bringing this person in. Bringing this person in. Eight of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. There's definitely, you might feel like this person is a love partner, but I feel like they're a business partner. There's something here for you to do together. This could be a twin flame. There's something here for you to build together. Okay? And Archangel Michael is bringing this person in. You are not getting a lot of love from this person. Why is that? I'm just seeing like the Two of Cups and the Page of Cups. Nine of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, Four of Swords, and the Eight of Swords. There's definitely something about being single. I feel like there's something here about being single. This person is single now, but they have a lot to heal. So you might be trying to scoop them up because they're single now, but they have a lot to heal. I feel like this person comes back to you and makes an apology. There's a lot of Page energy here. So this could be somebody from your past. And what happened last year during Lionsgate or during August, during the Mercury retrograde last year, may show up again. So there may be a revisit or a re-emergence of a conversation with somebody from the past. I feel like you're the one that's releasing them. Or maybe you're feeling like you're not going to go down the road of love with this person because you remember what happened last time or something like that. So Sag, you do have something to do with this person. Three of Pentacles. You've got something to build or something to put into the world with them. A child? I mean, if that's not, it could be a little bit of new wave here. This person might come to you and say, hey, I want to have another baby. And you're it. Okay, that's just for a few of you. That's not for everybody. But there's something for you to build together. So just wait for that to come in. It's coming. Okay. Capricorn, what's going on with you, my darling? Truth. I've been getting a lot of truth today because I do feel like sometimes Mercury in retrograde does talk about truths accidentally being surrendered or released or out of the mouths of babes. Like someone says something accidentally, but it's the truth. All right. It's the truth. And so it's like, well, I don't know what to tell you. That's the truth. Underneath is the 5 of Cups. Could be regretting it. Magician. Oh boy. Magician can make the truth look like whatever it wants it. Yeah. 9 of Swords. 8 of Wands. This is all about communication. That is Mercury right there. So somebody is thinking, Capricorn, you might be thinking about a conversation that you said something or somebody said something to you. And boy, it is like changing the scope of things for you. The World, the 9 of Pentacles, the Hermit, and the outcome is the 10 of Pentacles. Somebody said something to you and it's running around in your mind a lot. Okay. I feel like you could be going down the road of becoming single because Mercury, this magician is single. 9 of Pentacles is single. Could be dealing with someone who is single. Maybe someone told you they're single now. Yeah, somebody told you they're single now. They're done with another relationship. And you're like having this dream about being with them. But honestly, this is like waking you up in the middle of the night. I feel like some of you have a lot of anxiety now that this person's single. Like, what do I do about this? Maybe a lot of regrets about the situation with this person. But they're single now. Yes, the Sun, the Strength card, Leo, Knight of Swords, and the 9 of Wands. You got a lot of baggage with this person. 9 of Swords, 9 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles. I'm not seeing the 9 of Cups here. 9 of Cups is wish granted. Not seeing that. I am seeing that these are the 2 Leo cards. So right now, Mercury retrograde is bringing back a person and they are single now and you are having all kinds of anxiety about this. It's possible that you are really feeling regret or they feel regret or something like that. Got a lot of baggage with this person. What is this truth? The 4 of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, the Moon, and the 4 of Swords. Okay, so that's internal. That's healing. This is bringing up some kind of truth for you that's causing a lot of anxiety. And this is going to be a lot of conversation with this person. This is bringing up a lot of baggage for you, a lot of old stuff. You might be being triggered by the fact that there is some kind of truth in what they're saying. Whatever they're saying to you, you're like, oof. There's more truth in that than you know. I don't know what it is. It could be about like your feelings for them, or it could be about how it was all handled, how it went down. But there's something that they're saying that is bringing a lot of agita for you, a lot of anxiety, and a lot of regrets about the past. They're single now. Okay, that's for Capricorn. That's what you don't see coming. Aquarius, friendship. Friendship, friendship. It's the perfect friendship. So, I can't help but make the association that Aquarians, especially Venus in Aquarius, are fairly better at building relationships from friendships than they are with this big romantic, lovey-dovey, over the top romantic scene. Like that's not the way to an Aquarian's heart. So you know that, Aquarius. You might have a ton of Cancer, and so that might mitigate that. But 3 of Wands underneath, freedom is all about it. Look at this 9 of Cups, and there's that 2 of Wands. Making a decision for freedom, wanting to be free. I know what this is. I do know what this is. I'm Venus in Aquarius, so I know what this is. The World card, the 5 of Pentacles, the 3 of Swords. Oh boy. Okay, so this is an old chapter. King of Wands, Ace of Cups, Hierophant, and the 4 of Pentacles. There is somebody coming back around to you who now is having a lot of problems in their life. 5 of Pentacles is the situation. 3 of Swords. It's like they need you now. And like I see you protecting yourself here. They need you now. Maybe they went through a bad divorce. Maybe they lost a job or something like that. They're in some real trouble. King of Wands, Ace of Cups, and the Hierophant. This person wants to marry you. They want to run away with you. And it's like they're running away from their problems, it feels like. So I feel like you go, not so fast, cowboy. Not so fast. Aquarius, there's your card. I'm getting Sagittarius in my head. Page of Swords. 10 of Wands, Knight of Pentacles. This person is going to tell you their tale of woe via text. This person is going to resurface. You have already moved on in your life, right? This chapter is closed out for you, but they're resurfacing. And this friendship card is kind of like, it was part of the problem last time was that you felt friend zoned by them. Or there's something cold here. Remember what I said about Aquarians, especially Aquarius, Venus and Aquarius. What is the friendship thing? Even though friendship is a great foundation for a love relationship. Yes, it is. Sun, 7 of Cups, 2 of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords. This person is trying to show you how trustworthy they are, but they are pushing. This person's pushing because of that 5 of Pentacles. And here you are. You're like free, footloose, and fancy free. You can do whatever you want, Aquarius. You are free. And all of a sudden, this person wants to corral you. And I just feel like you're going to buck them like an army mule. Mostly because of that 5 of Pentacles. I feel like you're kind of like, oh, sure. Now you want to marry me now that you're having financial trouble. That doesn't feel good. That doesn't feel good. Nope, not here yet. All right, so that's for Aquarius. We have a full moon in Aquarius. So there could be some old situation that resurfaces, like I'm saying here in this reading. Oh my God, get prepared, Aquarius. Okay, let's see. Pisces, your readings have been blowing me away lately. Divine Feminine. Okay, prepared to have your socks blown off. I'm talking to myself. Hopefully you will too, but let's see what happens in the reading. So this is a reading for a Pisces person, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, who likely is a divine feminine or is aligned with that energy in some meaningful way. Leo underneath. Look at you, Leo, more Leo. So 10 of Cups. Wow. Judgment. Holy poker. Woo! The Devil card. How many times does the Devil card come out? A lot. Devil card, 2 of Wands, the 7 of Cups, and the outcome is the Knight of Wands. More Leo. So Pisces, you could be dealing with a Leo or a Capricorn. The ruling planet of Leo is the Sun. The ruling planet of the Devil card is Saturn. So there's like these big kind of extremes. I feel like Pisces, you feel either you're in this extreme sort of super duper high, super duper lows personally, your own emotional regulation is out of whack. Okay. It's like this person comes back into your life and it just is like a roller coaster. Okay. So I feel like there's a lot of confusion. This person is not being very clear. They don't want commitment. They're not good at commitment, but yet they're love bombing you about, look at us with our kids. Look at us in the future. They're love bombing you. Okay. Something about children here. They want you to have their children, or they want to have your children, or something like that. But this person, Knight of Wands, they're trying to tie you up. I mean, maybe literally. Queen of Swords, the Hanged Man, the King of Cups, and the Lover's card. They want to tie you up. Okay, they want to tie you up. So this person is very adventurous. You're dealing with someone who's adventurous. Now, I don't feel like that when I'm talking about Capricorn, but I see Sag and Leo here and Gemini. This person could be sexually adventurous or emotionally adventurous or something like that. But what they're doing is they're kind of making it very confusing for you. The Seven of Cups. They're making it very confusing for you. Ten of Pentacles, Tower. Two of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. This person would blow up a very stable situation. They're not very good at that. Not good at stability. Not good at anything like that. Pisces. And I just feel like it's time for you to see it in this person. They have these big now this could be you having these big romantic ideas about things, and then it never really happens. So I feel like that's part of your divine feminine journey, is to really start to see things more logically. The Virgo new moons are going to be very important for you, right? We have the North Node is in Pisces right now. South Node is in Virgo. And we have these two new moons in Virgo. So my darling, that is in your seventh house of partnership. And it's like, I feel like you want somebody like you, very romantic or whatever, but the person who's going to be right for you is somebody more like a Virgo. Okay. All right. That's for Pisces. Now for Aries, talisman, the key. Do I have to start again? No, here we go. What's the key? The key for Aries. Got a lot of action going on in Aries right now. Saturn and Neptune going retrograde, or have been retrograde. Chiron has already gone retrograde at the end of July. So in Aries. So this is really about maybe who are you becoming? Who are you becoming in this world? Who are you stepping into being? Who are you stepping into being? Queen of Cups. I like that. Knight of Cups. Empress. Wow. That's super romantic. It's Venus. Lovers. Again. So Gemini, Taurus, Libra. Queen of Pentacles. King of Cups. Very romantic. The Emperor. Empress. Page of Swords. What? All right. Page of Swords at the end here. This is like a lot of romance. This is almost like Midsummer Night's Dream, right? Like a lot of romantic talk, but it's all talk. Like you're wanting someone to take action, but all of this stuff in Aries is your card, Aries. It's all retrograde. So there's like a reconsidering, a rethinking, a going inside. Do I want this? Is this this is who I'm becoming? And then there's like this little kind of, hey, a little text. It's like, okay, I'm leaving town tomorrow, right? Or something like that. Like it's this big romantic story that kind of ends with a very small note or something like that. There's the anger, Knight of Swords, King of Pentacles, Hierophant, and the Two of Cups. So it's met with rage, Aries. I don't know if you're like the romantic one, because you're coming up as the Knight of Cups here. And here's the King of Cups. So you might be very romantic about a person, an Empress, a Venus, so Taurus or Libra, Gemini here. And you think this is going somewhere. And then they kind of like, well, a little text like, I'm not really into this. I really just want to focus on my career. I got a lot going on in my life, blah, blah, blah. I want to spend more time with my family, blah, whatever. And you come back like, I'm sorry, what? So there's a time period here of like rethinking and rehashing. There's anger here from you. Like, I thought we were getting together. I thought this was it. And all of a sudden you're telling me, and it's just bullshit. You're telling me, it was just fun. I was just having fun. Like, oh, are you kidding me? 5 of Swords, Ace of Cups, 2 of Wands, and the 10 of Cups. Again, like, I see the progression of like, hey, I thought it was this, and you were kind of messing with my heart here. Aries, so beware. I feel like the person you're trying to romance or that you think you're in a romantic connection with, the key is, I don't think they're that serious. And that may come out during this Mercury retrograde. I don't think they're that serious, okay, about life or love or anything yet. I think they're just kind of winging it. And I don't think you're going to have that feeling. I don't think that's going to feel good if you're like, oh, I thought this was really something. And they're like, well, just kidding. Like, okay, Taurus, what's going on with you, my love? Trust. So Taurus and Gemini, Cancer, your readings are coming out next week for August. So let's see what's going on with Taurus. Yeah, I did Aries and Pisces today for Friday, or yesterday for Friday posting. So Monday, Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer. I don't know if I'll get them all done for Monday, but we'll see. All right, so this is for Taurus. This is for Taurus. What's going on with you? Underneath is the 4 of Wands. It's called completion in this deck. But to me, that's celebration. Yeah, 3 of Cups. More celebration, abundance. Queen of Swords. Wheel of Fortune. I feel like you're like cautiously optimistic about something here, right? It's like we're having a lot of fun, but Queen of Swords is like, I'm not going to drink champagne until I see the whites of your eyes, right? Like, I'm not going to believe that this is true until I see it. Now, Wheel of Fortune, Lovers, 10 of Wands, Ace of Wands, and the outcome is the Queen of Cups. So I do feel like it's coming about, something is coming about, but it's really just an idea right now. This could be a new business. This could be a new partnership. This could be a new, and somebody is celebrating, it's a done deal. And you're like, yeah, I don't feel that. You're a fixed earth sign, Taurus. And so nothing is a done deal until it's a done deal. So just having conversations about opening a new business or about getting married or whatever, you're just kind of like, it's not that I'll believe it when I see it, but it's more like I believe more in the tangibility of things, and I'm not seeing a lot of tangible. So you might be getting some job offers or whatever, and everybody around you is like, yay, look at how successful you are. And you're like, hold up. Nothing's really happened yet. Okay. So there's a little bit of cynicism here because of that 10 of Wands. Like, I've been around this block before, you're not fooling me. Okay. I saw that coming. 10 of Swords. Like, I've had some not so good, some great things yanked out from underneath me. So I am not going to celebrate yet. The Judgment card, the Fool, there's the New Path, the Death card. Are you kidding me? And the 2 of Swords. So it's not happened yet. This has not happened yet. This is just an idea. And actually, I think you're right to hold on to your emotion right now. Do I think it will come to pass? I do. But I also think that it's smarter on your, in your life, in your own experience. And maybe this is indicative of some trust issues, that I just don't believe anything until I'm actually sitting at the desk and working at this new job. And even then, I got a new job one time. I had to move my husband and my 2 dogs across the country, sell our home in Maine to go live in Portland, Oregon. I show up on the first day at this agency I was hired into by Microsoft directly. And the agency was like, oh yeah, we lost that piece of business 3 weeks ago. And nobody told me. And so I was like, oh my God, we've got to pull the plug on the sale of the house. Like, that actually happened to me. And it very tangibly could have been a disaster, but luckily we could move pretty fast. But this is about having trust issues because you've had stuff like that happen. So you're not wrong. I would just reserve judgment. Okay. All right, Gemini, what's going on with you? Protection. You're protected. I love that card. You are protected, my darling. You are protected. All right. Let's see what's going on for Gemini. I just saw the Aquarian card, the Aquarius card. I haven't done your reading yet for August, so we'll see. I have to look at your astrology. Okay. Page of Pentacles. You're learning something, okay? You're learning something right now. Really important lesson. The Aquarius full moon that's coming up. Like something about not counting your chickens. 3 of Wands. Ace of Cups. That's just potential. You're asking for this. 5 of Swords. The opportunity is for someone to really mess with things. 2 of Wands, 9 of Swords, Queen of Swords. Outcome is the 6 of Pentacles. I think you're going to get a lot of help. The World, Page of Swords, 3 of Swords, and the 2 of Cups. So I think you're going to get a lot of help from somebody or multiple people. I feel like this has to do with balance. Like what's fair? Because I almost feel like somebody is not being fair. Somebody's not being fair with you. And I feel like you know it, but you're only you're only like aware of it like in the middle of the night when you have your anxiety attacks. And so during the day, you're not telling yourself that story. You're like, no, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. You are protected. I just want to reiterate this. This 5 of Swords. So the Aquarian full moon on the 9th of August is going to be important, right? It's going to shine a light on what the future looks like. 5 of Swords. Page of Wands. The Devil card again. Pages. Oh, the 10 of Swords again. Oh my God. The Queen of Cups. You're going to be finally done with somebody who's like a child, who's not mature. Okay. And I feel like this restores it definitely doesn't restore your faith in humanity, but it will restore your faith in yourself because I feel like you're a fighter. Okay. And there's somebody around you who is very manipulative. So I know you know that, and I know maybe it only comes up to you in the middle of the night, but during the day, just know you are protected, and whatever's going to be coming at you, you can handle it. Okay, Gemini, whatever's coming at you, you can handle it. All right, that's Gemini. Now Cancer, and then I will read for everybody watching. So Cancer, what's going on here for you? Growth. I'm sure this is no secret to you, Cancer, that this year has been about growth experiences. There's the Fool card. So maybe you're almost out of it. Maybe you're almost on the new path. All right, let's see. Hanged Man underneath. Page of Swords, reaching out to someone via text. 9 of Pentacles. King of Cups. That's you. King of Wands, maybe a Aries, Leo, Sag. Knight of Cups, romantically. 9 of Wands, you know who this person is. 4 of Pentacles. It's like time to go slow with them. You should consider going slow with them. This person is single, but you got a lot of baggage here, okay? And I feel like you need to look at this situation differently. 7 of Swords. There was some lying going on. Maybe this was a third party at one point. All right, what's the Page of Swords? What you're gonna say? I feel like that's what you're stuck on. Like I don't know what to say to this person. Yeah, 9 of Swords, 4 of Cups. 7 of Wands. You think this person is really blocking you. Knight of Swords. You think they're really mad at you. They might be, but let's see. What will work? Ace of Wands. I got a new idea. Tower. Three of Swords. Judgment. I feel like you're throwing yourself on the mercy of the court here. If you did something that hurt this person in the past, or you lied to them, and now you want to reach out to them, I feel like you need to basically say, yeah, like, come clean. You can't reinstate this relationship as it was. It might need to start over again. Might need to start at ground zero. But I feel like this person would listen if you kind of just said, yep, I know we ended on a bad note, and now I want to talk to you about a new idea I have, or a new passion I have, or you're my passion. I know that now. Something like that. Cancer. Okay. So that's it for all the zodiac signs. Whoops, that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yay, all 12. Okay. So now let me do a reading for everybody watching. Let's use a different deck, a different oracle deck here. Little reading for everybody watching. Deep breath, everybody. This month is starting off with a bang. It really feels that way to me. August 1st, as I'm doing this reading. Great adventure. I'm taking this. Miracles. Rainbow blessings. Thank goodness. Navigating by the stars. And desert passage. Trust that there's a divine plan. This feels a little bit like, yowza, like there might have been a lot going wrong, or a lot of stuff that wasn't going right, but it is a new adventure, and y'all are being asked to trust that there's a divine plan. I feel like there are miracles on its way, that this will get straightened out. Whatever's going on for you right now will get straightened out. Blessings are coming. Follow your bliss. There is a great adventure, a new adventure coming. It's like maybe the one that you're on right now might feel like a misadventure or something. 10 of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, 8 of Wands, 5 of Wands, and the King of Wands. Okay. So this is almost like sitcom level of confusion, that like they missed a phone call from you. They thought that you weren't coming. Then they got mad, and so they left, and you showed up and they weren't there. Like all of that kind of slapsticky misadventure kind of stuff. Ace of Cups. At the end of the day, you are meant to be together. Tower. Page of Swords. There's a message coming through. It's Mercury retrograde, so that got screwed up. 6 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, the Strength card, and the Hierophant. This ultimately works out. This ultimately becomes a connection that goes the distance here. Yes, the Sun card, the King of Cups, the Page of Wands, and the Judgment card with that Hierophant there in Leo time. Okay, Mercury is going direct on August 11th. It's still in shadow period, but I just feel like, what's this Tower? Like a sudden message coming in, a sudden offer of love. After all this misadventure. 8 of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, and the 3 of Wands. Somebody has made some big changes in their life. One of you has really walked away from a situation that's over. 10 of Cups, 10 of Wands, a situation that became oppressive. It was probably a love triangle relationship. I feel like someone's going to reach out to you. Maybe you haven't talked to them in a while. Someone is going to reach out to you after going through a really hard time. And they're going to tell you all about it. But I feel like there was a whole bunch of missed connections, missed messages, mixed messages, somebody reaching out and then deleting a message or something like that. But this is going to go the distance. This is meant to be together after all of this misadventure. I'm seeing the King and Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag. Lots of Leo energy here. Ace of Cups and Tower. Suddenly, it all falls into place. And I'm feeling like later in the month of August, maybe even into September. New moon in Virgo at the end of August would be an excellent time to plant this seed. All right, you guys, that is it for me today. Have a good weekend. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.